we all knew this day was going to come. I just didn't want it to come 3 games before the season actually finished. Michael FOLIVI, who has been in outstanding form, unfortunately has damaged his Achilles tendon and has gone back to Derby because, fair enough, he's out for 3 to 4 months. He's been in outstanding form. Look at this, hat-trick, goals, assists. All right, last 2 games he wasn't great, but he substituted. But, it's just a real shame that we've lost him when we've got to push here to potentially gain automatic promotion against Cambridge United today. Hey guys, Woody here. Welcome back. This is episode 17 of Oldham to Ohm. If you're enjoying this type of content and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, if you could, it would mean a lot to me. Smash that like button and don't forget as well, chuck a comment down there. Let me know if any of these youth candidates here tickle your fancy and you would like to, change your name to be Ian Cooper, for example, here, left winger, or whoever. If you're unsure about what these guys look like and you haven't watched last episode, go watch that. We go through them and then yada yada yada. Chuck your name down there, let me know who floats your boat and all that. So we are back. We have 3 games left in the season. We have come back because the game against Cambridge today is huge. We then face relegated Gillingham. Gillingham going to non-league. Disappointing times. And then already promoted Stockport on the final day. So it is a very, very intense next 3 games. In the meantime, since we left you, we beat Port Vale 1-0. A 2-2 draw with Tranmere. Michael FOLIVI scoring there again. 3-2 over AFC Wimbledon with Michael FOLIVI getting a hat-trick. Unfortunately, we lost to our rivals Rochdale 2-0. We were just off chop. We've had Magnus Norman, actually. He was injured. When did he get injured? Here. So we played Lucas Kovalan. He wasn't too bad against Tranmere. He's letting 2 goals every game, but he was atrocious against Rochdale, and the rest of us were quite poor as well. We then brought Norman back and we beat Mansfield 2-0 thanks to goals from Patrick and Robinson. Like I said, Cambridge today, they are in 3rd, 7 points ahead of us with 3 games remaining. Now, it is going to take a monumental effort to actually overtake them. If they beat us today or even draw with us today, that is it. We are playoffs bound, but if we can beat them, go to 75, be 4 points behind them with 2 games remaining, I believe they face... I know one of them is Doncaster. I could just check and go on the schedule. Yeah, Crawley Town. So they're probably going to win that, and then Doncaster. But I think even if they beat Crawley Town, they will then be promoted because the gap's just too far. But I would like to be in good form going into the playoffs. We pretty much have playoffs almost secured. It would be really, really tough for us to drop out 6 points with 3 games remaining. But there's a host of teams, probably even down to Rochdale, who can sneak in, maybe even Morecambe at a pinch if all other things go their way. But more importantly, we need today to go away. And we are coming up against... I'm not even going to attempt this guy's name, but he has 39 goals in the league. He's absolutely cruising, and you know what the weirdest thing is? He's leaving at the end of the season, so I'm keeping tabs on that, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, let's get into the game. Here's the team. It's Norman in goal, Brockbank, McComa, Roberts, Kuto, Hottie, Jones, Dowling, Patrick, Bruce, and Carter up front. This is a huge game, absolutely massive. Let's get into it. And hopefully we can get something over Cambridge here today, which will... It's not going to... No, that's not going to happen. They're still going to be ahead of us. But, it would go a long way to automatic promotion, which would be an absolute huge, as I said last episode, an absolutely massive achievement, considering. So we will dish out that encouragement straight off the bat. And, like I said, a draw's not good enough for us today. A draw will see Cambridge gain automatic promotion. So they will be super duper pumped for this game. Super pumped. Got another highlight. It is Norman now coming out to Brockbank here, which as we've been trying to focus play down the left and the right back, does seem to be working quite well. I am trying to make sort of tactical tweaks during the game now when we're ahead or whatever, just sort of counteract what the AI might be doing, as Carter goes in for a bit of a rusty challenge there and gets away with it in the end, but it is Nibs. His name is Nibs. Nibs Norman, good save. Good save. That was a good run from Nibs, but Norman backed himself and stood tall. Goal difference is not going to help us either, as Cambridge are miles ahead of us there. They almost have double our goal difference at the moment. So, but I wonder if Cambridge would be going for a draw. We've been awful. We haven't really threatened much on their end, so they would be silly to go for a draw here. Because we could catch on the counter, but our XG, God, that on target must have been absolutely bloody pathetic. And we come to a pretty dour first half. Cambridge United have been the better team, but not by a lot. We've been absolutely atrocious. I'm going to point the finger and I'm going to say we're not going to win if we don't shoot. I'm going to start the second half, and I'm going to ask us to overlap on the left and on the right. And we'll go with that as a bit of a start for this half. And I will demand some more from the boys. The heat map is getting a lot more heated, as we can see where we a lot more passes in here. But I'm glad I brought you back from this absolute bumper game, which is turning out to be quite boring at the moment. Carter, Patrick on the ball now. Am I Patrick? Oh, I thought he had curled that into the top corner. We are going to now make some substitutions because Terence Carter, Alex Bruce are having absolute shockers. It is John McCarthy on. Can he do something? He's been in poor form. And we're going to bring on Junior Luamba for Alex Bruce. Other than that, I think we'll just sort of leave it for the moment. We'll point the finger and come on, boys. Come and do something. Luamba's pretty good off the bench. He can, he can do something, but it is Cambridge with the ball now. As Furlong probes forward, but Maghoma covers that nicely and hoofs the ball upfield. But unfortunately, Cambridge regather. Nibs now on the ball for Cambridge. Nibs has a pop. Oh, and Harvey Nibs has scored an absolute screamer. And that is... I would probably say that's going to be it, considering we have been quite poor. I'm going to change the mentality to attacking. Kuto now with the throw-on. Finds McCarthy. McCarthy goes back to Kuto. Kuto with the ball to absolutely no one. Kuto hasn't been at his best since coming back from that injury layoff, but, there's always next season for him to get back to that rip-roaring form. Hottie now and Jones. Jones going back to Maghoma. Maghoma holds the ball. Brockbank, Maghoma. Finding Hottie again on his customary yellow. It's a good chip over the ball. Luamba. Little turn, McCarthy. Oh, he tried to tap it in, but we will get a corner here, which is not bad. It's only Hottie, the only player at the moment, averaging over a 7. It is headed away, and it is the goal scorer Nibs on the ball now. But he's surrounded by Oldham players with not a Cambridge player in sight, and Hottie tries to get the ball off him, but he can't. And Nibs goes again. If Nibs scores here, I'm going to... I wasn't going to be happy. We've got Patrick on a 6.5. We are going to look to make some more substitutions now. We're going to bring Linton on for Kudo. Just he's a bit tired. Sander on for Patrick. And we will bring on Charlie Wellens for George Dowling. And put him in that ball-winning midfield role and push Callum Jones a bit further forward. I have faith in you. Go and make a difference. Come on, boys. A shout out to demand some more. I mean, we need 2 quick goals. To be honest, at this point, 2 quick goals, and I do not see that happening. Jones with a free kick over the top. Luamba heads it over. Right. I mean, our XG is atrocious at the moment. Absolutely atrocious. I want to run defense, be more expressive. We're going to do distribute quickly and out of possession. We're going to go high defensive line all the way. I'm going to try and stay on our feet, I think, and step up more. We're just throwing everything at them at this point. Absolutely everything. And can it do anything? Doesn't look like it. We've been quite poor. quite poor. So I'm really glad I came back for this absolutely bumper, really important game, and then we have just absolutely limped through it. I mean, God, that was, yeah, that was pathetic. And there is the news we didn't want to see. Cambridge United promoted to League One. Disappointing there. Really, really disappointing. We were flat as. And now we've made it a little bit difficult for ourselves. There are 2 games left. We still haven't... None of these teams have secured a playoff spot yet. Like I said, Rochdale could still sneak in, which would make this Yeovil Town. I must admit, we go to the season preview. I still say Yeovil Town were predicted to bottom of the table. And they are up and around the playoff spot with us as well. Yeah, that really sucks. I was really hoping to beat Cambridge there, and then that would set up a really, awesome last couple of games, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case now. So, I guess what we'll do is, it will be a case now of we've got the Stockport County game is our last game of the season, so I'll go away and play the Gills game. We'll do the Stockport County game, and the next episode will be coming back for the playoffs. So I'll see you for that Stockport County game in a bit. So we absolutely pumped Gillingham 4-1. We were outstanding. Amari Patrick 2 goals and Terence Carter 2 goals, a couple of yellows, but all in a day's work for us. So that was good. That game and that win actually gave us a playoff position confirmed. It's all about now where we sort of fall on the final day here. So we're either going to be 4th or 5th, depending what Swindon do. And they play Mansfield. So you think they'd probably win there. I'd like Yeovil to drop out because we can't beat them. Yay. Or Rochdale, we can't beat them either. We play Stockport County. I was kind of hoping that Bradford City would have the title wrapped up, but losing to Stockport and then to Crewe has seen them drop down to 2nd place on equal points. Stockport know they need to win, which makes this slightly annoying for us in this game. But what can you do? A couple of tactical tweaks that we've made as well. We have lost Christian Maghoma to an injury, I think it is. If I can remember on tick, he's suspended. John McAtee, he is out for a few days as well. That's okay because he hasn't been playing that great, unfortunately. But as it stands, we've got Norman in goal, Brockbank, Brian Ward, Roberts, Murray, Jones. Benny Couto is also out injured for 3 weeks as well. Jones, Hottie, Dowling, Patrick, Bruce, and Carter. I've swapped these around. I know. So the problem is they play well at this. They don't play well at this, which I don't understand. But I have moved Hottie here, and I've turned on his long shots. With 16, I feel he might just give something else in there. Just offer a little bit of something there. But we'll submit the team. This is going to be a tough match, really, really tough match. I feel this one we just need a better Swindon Town's result to stay in that spot. So if they lose, then that's also good. But it would be nice to maybe bloody Stockport's nose here a little bit and not give them the title. That's also an option. That's something we could do today. But not only that, it would be going into the playoffs on 2 wins, which would be brilliant as well. So, and we've got our first highlight just as I go to encourage the boys some more. It looks like Bradford have actually taken the lead in their game, so they go to the top of the table as Carter can't quite apply the finish there, and Evans saves the ball for Stockport, and they go long to Roberts now. Goes to Murray out on this left as Murray charges down this left. Goes back around. We have also as well, we have, you get the news in your inbox. Hey, all these Premier League youngsters are being reduced, and then you offer them on trial, and Alex Bruce. And so you offer them all a trial, and then you scout them for like a month, and then you forget they were there, and then you have to hurriedly offer them all contracts. We've done that with about 8 players, I think, in the end. So, yeah, they're all 18... Brian Moore. They're all 18, 19-year-olds, all come in as breakthrough prospects, all 5-star potential. So just to bulk out that youth, And and that's what I want to try and do, is push as much youth through this as possible. As you can see, the likes of Brian Waugh, Murray, and obviously also on the bench. That's not our bench. Charlie Wellens, etc., Linton, and all that. Anyway, we go into the sheds 1-0 up, and Stockport County, no, I'm not going to fall for that one again. Stockport County aren't. I mean, do they want to win the league today, or are they just hoping that it would happen and Bradford wouldn't win? But Bradford are top at the moment. Swindon aren't winning either, which is good. As a highlight starts here, and we'll see what sort of how Stockport come out of the blocks this second half. But Norman, heaps of time there to pick up the ball, throws it out to Brockbank on this right, as he's got acres of space to charge down into, and finds Jones. Jones, it's a good ball. Dowling, George Dowling charging through. Dowling doesn't miss. Dowling, 16th goal of the season. Get in, George Dowling. I said it. I think I've said this a few times, but if you are managing League 2 or below and you have not signed George Dowling, find him, sign him. He's scored 30 goals in 2 seasons for me in that CM on attack role. Good free kick from Jones. Header is wayward though, and Madden picks up the ball, but Patrick Lewis heads away now, and Halliday. Stockport County are really under the pump from Oldham here, who, we all know going into playoffs, basically revolves around team morale and form. So if you can, that guy has a long name, if you can head into playoffs on that sort of thing, then it is good going, as Norman lets in one of his classic easy goals. I say all this, you watch us go into playoffs and we absolutely bottle it in that first playoff, and we have another season in League 2, but hopefully not. We'll see what happens. But speaking of seeing what's going to happen, I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to make some changes, and one of them is going to be Terence Carter, because he's not playing very good. And unfortunately, we don't really have any more out-and-out strikers. I think Alex Bruce is probably more of that striker, and we'll bring on Hakeem and Hottie. Not really doing too much in there. Callum Jones having a good game in that DLP. Sam Murray on the left is tired. That's all right. We'll put Linton to come on there as well. And we'll just leave it as that. Actually, give the team talk. Plenty of time left. 2 young players. Well, right, one of them's not mine, but whatever. Brockbank on the ball. Dowling. Actually, Hakeem Santa there, obviously on loan as a replacement for Sam Matthews. I was looking at him the other day as Carter is through here and can't apply the finish. I think with his damaged cruciate ligament injury for 12 months, he could struggle getting back into this team next year. So, yeah, I don't know. He can play in the midfield, so that's an option, pushing him in there. I don't know. We'll just have to see how we go. Bruce on the ball now, goes back to Brockbank, Dowling, and that is Linton with a little dink over there, but that goes to no one. Hottie is on a yellow. He is also going to come off, I think, for Josh Robinson, who can do a pretty good job in that midfield, and does, like hitting a screamer from distance, as Alex Bruce applies the finish, 6th goal of the season. It is Oldham 3, Stockport County 1. We've taken the title away from them, and we are going into the playoffs having scored 7 goals to not a lot. We're going to take off Anthony O'Connor as well. And can we do one? No, we can't do any more substitutions because I've been silly in the way I've been doing them. But that's okay. We've got a corner now. Dowling whipped that in and is headed away. Linton, Brian Waugh, Dowling will get the ball back. Go back. Goes back to Patrick Jones. Robinson, I thought we might have a pop there. Linton, Jones, he's going to lose out the ball here. But it's all right. We've got Brian Waugh at the back. Robinson now. Dowling. Patrick, we're just stringing the passes together. Bruce now. Oh, Alex Bruce, I thought he was going to make it 4 for the day for Oldham. But the highlight ends, and we have been absolutely dominant in this game. I'm still annoyed about that Cambridge game, how lackluster we were. We've bagged 7 goals. That is a red card for Harrison Dunn. We've bagged 7 goals in 2 games, and we were just so flat against Cambridge. So flat. Anyway, as we come into the last, 5 plus extra time minutes of this half, as Robertson finds, sorry about that, Patrick, Amari Patrick, his 13th goal of the season, and it is Oldham 4, Stockport County 1. Stockport County, top of the table before this game, may I remind you, going for the title, and we have absolutely spanked them. That's 8 goals in 2 games. 8 goals in 2 games. You cannot deny this form heading into the playoffs, but we will probably play, by the looks of it, Doncaster as Yeovil look like they've slipped out, which is good because we didn't want to play them because we cannot beat them. We're promotion rivals / buddies, and we have absolutely thumped them in that game. Alex Bruce was amazing, and wow, that was special, boys. Absolutely special. And there is confirmation that we will play Doncaster, who nipped in at 7th there. So Yeovil, they were 7th on that final day. They've dropped. Look at this. They were 6th, and they went dunk, and then bonk all the way with that final day loss. So commiserations to Yeovil there, but really good to not get relegated, considering they were massive favourites too. But we have secured playoffs for a second season in a row after that dramatic one last season, coming up through the playoffs. So we will play, I'm assuming they're 2 legs. Are they 2 legs? No, they are. They are double legs here. So we've got 11 days. We've got a fair bit of time before we play Doncaster. So I guess let me just think. So if we got to figure out how these playoffs work. So we beat Doncaster, and then we just go straight into the final, don't we? Right, and that is a single one at Wembley. So I think the next episode will be Double Donny, as I've now dubbed it, the Double Donny episode, and then we will either face Crewe or Swindon Town. But yes, it is going to be a Double Donny next episode, and then hopefully after that it will be another trip to Wembley, and hopefully some playoff cheer, and then League One next year. That's scary. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you've watched all this way and you're not yet subscribed, if you could, it would mean a lot to me. Smash that like button. See you guys next time. The Double Donny.